Guys, and this is Coding with Gautam. And guys, today I'm going to talk about how to solve the level Yeti Eater. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So today in this level we're going to learn about for loops, array indexes, array length, accessing properties, variables, and while loop with conditionals. So without any further ado, let's get started. And I forgot to do one thing, to shorten this thing up so that my cam doesn't go hiding. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay, so let's have like a small equipment check. You'll need a sword. You definitely need a sword. You're gonna kill Yetis in this. So I would prefer like 100 to 200 damage. I would prefer buying a new sword. Like, my suggestion would be the Kid Skill Blade. It does 114 DPS. Or if you have like much availability, go and buy the Sword of the Temple. But for now, I would think that any of these blades would be okay. Morning's Edge, Edge of Darkness, Kid Steel. Any of these blades would be like okay. But I already bought this one, Sword of the Forging, and this does 211.5 DPS, 105.73 damage. So after we checked our swords, we need a bit of armor, and I'm just gonna equip my best armor. So this is my set of armor. Yep, and if I just get my stuff on, this will take a minute. Yep. So all you need is a nice sword, a nice armor. Oh, and you could also get like health from the shield. But mostly I would recommend getting, oh man, I forgot to equip my glasses. I would recommend getting like nice armor and nice swords, and you need the programmation icon 4, but I equipped 5 just in case. But you need programmation icon 4 because you're coding. So after we had our equipment check, let us start. So let's read the description for a better understanding. Yetis surround us, so it'll be a good hunt. Luckily, the wizard has time to cast a sleep spell. Your hero can devour Yeti's vital powers when they are defeated. So you have to defeat them in the order from weakest to strongest. Luckily again, the wizard can sort enemies from strongest to weakest. Reverse that list and act. So let me just restart the level. So let's just run it. Normally he just do nothing. He just sit there. Next thing, these guys will still be sleeping. This wizard will still be chanting his spells. So let us see what we have here. We have the wizard variable and the Yetis variable. You need to iterate the list with the order of the for loop. So we talked about a for loop. It iterates to each thing, but we can also use the for loop to like iterate some stuff, like a list. So we're gonna iterate a list but backwards. So how do we do that? So first, let's go and check out the hints because we need to use our resources. So this is just about the, okay, we know the order list of the Yeti, but we need to get them reversed. To get the reverse list of the given, you just need to read it from end to start. So as we see, we know that it needs length because length like takes every single word in it, so we need length. And in my last video of rectangle formation, I mentioned that if you want to get the last unit, all you gotta do is just -1. And next then we have to use the range so that we get the range of -1, -1, -1, -1, -1 to the end of the list. And it can also be written with the while loop, but let's just go with the for loop because that's more efficient and more pro way of doing stuff. So let us do it. So first, let us get the range thing in, the range function. Then we need to get the len function. After we have the two functions written in, we need the length of what? We need the length of the Yetis we got right over here. So let us type length of Yetis. And then after that, we have to get the range. So we go like -1, -1, -1. So then we have to like create the variable. Not var. What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. I think it says that we don't have any like variables in. So wait, let's just go enemy equals range. Find the T name while finding that colon. What's oh shit. Okay, so we have our range function for so I have to go like 4 range of the length of Yetis. So you go like -1. Okay, so there's something wrong over here. Let's just go back to our hints to refer for. Oh, okay, now I got it. We forgot like what variable is it? We forgot for I in the range of the length of the Yetis. -1, and then -1. So after you do that, all you gotta do is get your colon in, and finally and successfully we got everything in. So next then, let's get our variable Yetis in, and we have to use I as like the iteration thing to make us get the stuff from the last. And after we have enemy defined, we just do the normal code we've been doing from the starting of this channel. While enemy dot health is greater than 0, you will have to wait, we forgot to check for the enemy. That's one thing that codecombat is very specific about. When you talk about enemies, you gotta check for the enemy before you do anything. After that, well, let me run it. Okay, so he's going to the last race. He kills that guy. Dun, 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 dun. He's dead. Then he's absorbing the powers. Now he became a bit bigger. Then he goes there. He hits. He becomes even a bit bigger. And then he goes there. He becomes a bit more bigger than normal. And next then he's ready to take off the big Yeti. He goes, and then he absorbed his powers, and then he's ready enough to take the biggest Yeti in there. Turn. So yeah, we are actually very big. Our size increased. So yeah, sometimes we just have to like make sense of stuff and then get our code in. So first now I'll just review what the for loop is, because that is very confusing to me too. So we take I. So I is the variable we're storing all the information in. We take the range. So range says like the stuff in the middle. So in like normal Python, instead of codecombat Python, you got like 4 I in range of 1 to 10. It'll print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so that's why we're taking the range of the length. Why do we use length over here? Because we are using an array and we want like the total number of it, so we use length. And then we take the Yetis, and next time we go like next time we take off from the length. So we take -1, again -1, again -1. So like that, it always goes on, taking the range of -1s out of the Yetis. And then you just mix up the I, and it goes like, okay, it finds the I order in Yetis. So what information is stored in I? I is the information stored of how to go backwards. So we are using that information we have on I to use it on the array Yetis. And after we do that, we have our enemy. Simple, we've been doing this from the start. We just check for enemy, then we keep the while loop for the enemy, then we attack the enemy. So yeah, let's just look at the submits. So now they just don't depend on your code. Look, see, they just changed everything in a jiffy. The small guy used to be over here. So you can never underestimate the submits. So let's just wait. So yep, this is the submit. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to this video. And I'm looking forward to making more videos. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And this is Coding with Gautam. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bow, bow, bow.